He clicked one button and lost $250,000 in 3 seconds flat. This isn't some made-up horror story. On January 24th, 2024, a Reddit user watched helplessly as his entire life savings vanished from his crypto wallet. The scariest part? He thought he was claiming free money. What happened next will make you double-check every link you've ever clicked. Picture this. You wake up, grab your morning coffee, and check your phone. There it is, a notification about a new airdrop worth thousands of dollars. Your heart races. Free money. Just for being an early user of some new crypto app. You've seen friends make tens of thousands from airdrops before. This could be your moment. That's exactly what happened to Reddit user Totally Not a Crook. The irony of it, username would haunt him forever. He'd been in crypto since 2017, survived multiple market crashes, and prided himself on being careful. But on this cold January morning, everything changed. The message looked perfect. Professional logo, clean website design. Even the URL seemed legitimate. It was for something called Frames, a new feature on Farcaster. Basically crypto Twitter. He'd been using Farcaster for months. This airdrop made total sense. He connected his wallet. The site showed he was eligible for 10,000 Frame tokens. At the projected launch price, that was worth about $15,000. His hands were literally shaking with excitement. One Reddit commenter later wrote, "Bro probably thought he won the lottery." The approval screen popped up. In his excitement, he didn't read the fine print. He just saw claim airdrop and clicked approve. That single click would cost him everything. Within 3 seconds, his wallet balance started dropping. Not slowly, catastrophically fast. His 100 ETH, worth $250,000, was being drained like water from a bathtub. He frantically clicked cancel, but nothing worked. The transactions were already processing on the blockchain. "I am shivering right now," he posted on Reddit minutes later. "Someone please help me. This can't be happening." The desperation in his words was heartbreaking. Hundreds of people would read that post, but nobody could help him. Here's the twist that made this scam so devastating. He hadn't given away his private keys or seed phrase. He'd simply approved a smart contract. In crypto, approvals let apps spend your tokens. But this approval was different. It gave the scammer unlimited access to everything. The scammer was watching in real time. As soon as that approval went through, automated scripts kicked in. They didn't just take the ETH immediately. First, they took smaller amounts to test. Then boom, the entire balance swept away in one massive transaction. One commenter noted, "The fact that they took it in stages shows how calculated this was. They knew exactly what they were doing." Another added, "This wasn't some amateur operation. This was professional theft." The stolen ETH didn't sit still. Within minutes, it was deposited into Aave, a legitimate lending protocol. From there, portions were sent to various mixing services. The trail was being covered professionally. This wasn't the scammer's first rodeo. Meanwhile, our victim was falling apart. He posted update after update, each more desperate than the last. "That was my house deposit. Then, I can't tell my wife. Then, I think I'm going to be sick." The crypto community's response was mixed. Some showed genuine sympathy. "This could happen to anyone," one user wrote. "These scams are getting too sophisticated." But others were brutal. How do you have 250K in crypto and not know about approval scams? The victim was being kicked while he was down. Here's where it gets even darker. As news spread, other victims started coming forward. "I lost 2 ETH to the same site yesterday." One person admitted. "I lost 0.5 ETH last week," said another. The scam had been running for days, maybe weeks. The fake Frame site was a masterpiece of deception. They'd copied the real Farcaster design pixel by pixel. They'd even created fake social media accounts promoting the airdrop. One victim said, "I saw it retweeted by accounts I thought I recognized." Turns out they were fakes too. Security researchers later analyzed the scam contract. The code was elegant in its simplicity. Just 50 lines that could drain any wallet that approved it. One expert called it beautifully evil. The approval looked like a standard token claim, but hidden in the code was unlimited spending permission. The psychological manipulation was perfect. Airdrops in crypto are real. People really do get free money. The The scammers knew this created a blind spot. When you think you're getting something for free, your guard drops. Your greed overrides your caution. The timer on the website said the airdrop ended in 2 hours. The victim explained, "I didn't want to miss out." That fake urgency was crucial. When people feel rushed, they make mistakes. Every element was designed to bypass rational thinking. 3 days passed. The victim tried everything. He contacted exchanges, begging them to freeze the funds. He reached out to blockchain security firms. He even offered a 50 ETH reward for recovery. Nothing worked. The money was gone. A blockchain analyst tracked some of the funds. They'd been split into dozens of wallets, then hundreds. Some went to privacy protocols like Tornado Cash. Some were swapped for other cryptocurrencies. The laundering operation was massive. "Watching my funds on Etherscan was torture," the victim wrote. "I could see exactly where my money went, but I couldn't do anything about it." The transparency of blockchain was a curse. He could watch the thief spending his life savings in real time. The story hit crypto media hard. Cointelegraph ran the headline $250,000 lesson in crypto security. The victim became a cautionary tale. His Reddit username screenshot and shared thousands of times. His personal tragedy became public education. But here's the thing about crypto scams. They evolve. Within days of this story going viral, new versions appeared. Fake airdrops for different projects, same approval trick. The scammers had found a formula that worked. One security researcher discovered something chilling. The scam infrastructure was massive. Hundreds of domains registered. All slight variations of legitimate projects. Professional hosting, custom smart contracts, even customer support chat boxes. This was an organization, not a lone hacker. They probably spent $50,000 setting this up, the researcher estimated. But if they're stealing millions, that's just a business expense. The professionalization of crypto crime was complete. These weren't hackers in hoodies. This was organized crime in suits. The victim's final Reddit update came 2 weeks later. "I've accepted the money is gone. I'm sharing my story so others don't make the same mistake. Please be careful out there." The resignation in his words was heartbreaking. Comments poured in from people who'd nearly fallen for similar scams. "I was literally about to click approve when I saw your post." One wrote, "You saved me from losing everything." At least some good came from his pain. The technical post-mortem revealed more horror. The scam site used advanced techniques to seem legitimate. They bought age domains to appear trustworthy. They'd copied SSL certificates to show the padlock. They'd even faked blockchain transaction histories. The attention to detail was insane, one analyst noted. They thought of everything. This wasn't built in a day. They'd been planning this for months. The long-term planning made it even more sinister. Here's a detail that still gives people chills. The scammer's wallet had received funds from hundreds of victims. The total stolen was estimated at over $2 million. Our Reddit users' $250,000 was just the biggest single score. The wallet addresses told a story. Small thefts at first, $500 here, $1,000 there. Testing the system. Then bigger scores as they perfected the technique. Then the big one, our victims' life savings. The progression showed calculated patience. Months later, a breakthrough. Law enforcement in Eastern Europe arrested a group running similar scams. But the wallet addresses didn't match. Our victim scammer was still free. The arrest barely made a dent in the overall problem. The crypto community learned hard lessons. Major wallets started adding warnings for unlimited approvals. Security apps were developed to scan for dangerous contracts. But for our victim, these improvements came too late. "I still check that wallet sometimes," he admitted months later. "I know it's stupid, but I keep hoping the money will magically reappear." The false hope was perhaps the cruelest part. In traditional banking, there might be recourse. In crypto, there's only acceptance. His marriage survived. Barely. "My wife forgave me, but I'll never forgive myself," he wrote. "Every time we can't afford something, I think about that money sitting in some scammer's wallet." The psychological scars ran deeper than the financial ones. The scammer's wallet remained active. Every few weeks, new funds would arrive from new victims. Despite all the warnings, all the media coverage, People kept falling for it. The same scam, the same result, different victims. 1 year later, January 2025, someone did the math. That original 100 ETH, if held, would have been worth over $400,000. The victim had not only lost his savings, but also the gains that would have come. Salt in an open wound. The worst part is knowing I'm not stupid. The victim reflected. I have a master's degree. I've been in crypto for years. But for 30 seconds, I let excitement override everything I knew. Intelligence doesn't protect against emotional manipulation. New victims still appear. Just last week, someone posted about losing 50 ETH to a similar scam. Different project, same approval trick. The comments were depressingly familiar. Sympathy, victim blaming, and warnings that would be ignored by the next victim. The fake frame site is gone now, but dozens of copies exist. Right now, as you read this, someone somewhere is connecting their wallet to a scam site. They're seeing an approval screen. They're about to click. Their life is about to change forever. Security experts estimate that approval scams steal over $1 billion annually. Our victim's $250,000 was just a drop in an ocean of theft. The industrialization of crypto crime continues, evolving faster than defenses can adapt. I become the guy who warns everyone about everything, the victim said. My friends think I'm paranoid, but if I can save one person from what I went through, it's worth being annoying. His tragedy became his mission. The blockchain remembers everything. That transaction, that theft, that moment of devastation. It's all preserved forever. In 1,000 years, someone could look up that wallet and see the exact moment a life was destroyed. Digital permanence of human tragedy. Here's the final twist. Last month, someone sent 0.01 ETH to the victim's wallet with a message. Stay strong. A tiny gesture from a stranger who'd read his story. It wasn't about the money. It was about knowing someone cared. The victim still uses crypto carefully. Hardware wallet only. Triple checking every transaction. Reading every line of every contract. I'm probably the most paranoid user in crypto now, he jokes. But it's not really a joke. His story became legend in crypto security circles. Conference speakers reference the $250,000 click. Security courses use his Reddit posts as teaching materials. His pain became pedagogy. His loss became lessons for others. But late at night, when he can't sleep, he still thinks about that morning. The excitement of seeing the airdrop. The rush of connecting his wallet. The horror of watching it drain. 3 seconds that changed everything. One click that cost him his future. The scammer was never caught. They're probably reading this, counting their stolen millions. Maybe they feel guilt. Maybe they feel nothing. Maybe they're setting up the next scam right now, targeting the next victim who'll think they're claiming free money. So before you click that approval button, before you connect that wallet, before you claim that airdrop, remember the Reddit user who lost everything. Remember that scammers are patient, professional, and ruthless. Remember that in crypto, there are no second chances. Because somewhere out there, someone's crafting the perfect scam just for you. And all it takes is one click, one moment of excitement overriding caution. One approval you didn't fully read. Your entire future, gone in 3 seconds flat. The victim's bio now reads simply, I'm the guy who lost 100 ETH to a scam. Don't be like me. 6 years in crypto, 1 moment of weakness. A lifetime of regret. His story isn't just a warning. It's a prophecy for anyone who thinks it can't happen to them. Check your approvals. Question everything. Trust nothing. Because in the world of crypto, the only thing standing between you and financial ruin is your own paranoia. And sometimes even that's not enough.